Welcome to the tutorial, and today we will learn how to monitor the virtual machine disk space and also learn how to send out an alert email when it is running out of space. So without wasting time, let's just jump onto the Azure portal and figure out how to send and monitor the virtual machine disk space. So to do that, the prerequisite is that you should have a virtual machine already in place. So I already have my virtual machine. I have spun up a Windows box and I have included a disk space as well. So let's go on to the virtual machine. As you can see that this is the new volume that I have created, and it has 1 GB. Since it's a demo, I have just created a 1 GB of box, and it is already running out of space, as you can see. So the objective here is that it has to monitor this disk space, and when it is less than 500 MB, it has to send out an email. So this is the objective of this tutorial. So let's move on to Azure portal again and see how to figure it out. So the first thing is you should have your virtual machine and have some disk in place. That's the prerequisite. So after spinning up the virtual machine, go on to the virtual machine and go all the way down to diagnostic settings, because we want to collect certain metrics. So go on to diagnostic settings under the monitoring blade, and then you should have a storage account already in place. So go on to performance counter and then click on the disk and then do a save. I have already done that, so it's disabled now. So after doing this, you have to do another thing is you should have a log analytics workspace already in place. So I have already created a log analytics workspace, and as you can see here, and I have created a simple log analytics workspace with a disk monitor as its name. So click on that, and once you spin up a log analytics workspace, what you have to do another thing is go on to virtual machine section where you have this under the workspace data source settings. So click on the virtual machine, and you should have a virtual machine in place here. Since I have already connected, it says this workspace is connected to this log analytics engine, but you will not be having this. So click on to this and just have this connect button click on. So what it does in the background is it goes and installs certain agents on the virtual machine. So once this is connected, once you get the notification, go back to virtual machine where you have created and go to the extension place and make sure that the agents are installed. So go all the way down, and I should see somewhere, yes. So click on that, and you should have this agent in this place after connecting to the log analytics workspace. So once the agents are installed on the virtual machine, we want that agent to pick up certain metrics. So we have to tell them what metrics does it have to go and push it. So to do that, go on to log analytics workspace again and click on the agent management. Okay, I'm sorry. So with agent management, either you can go and download that agent on the virtual machine, or I've shown you how to do that without even downloading manually. So go on to agent configuration, and under the Windows performance counter, click on it, and here you can add any number of performance counter that you want to grab that agent from it and then persist on the log analytics workspace. So now we are only interested on the logical disk free space. I have added that performance counter. So click on the add performance counter here, and you can search, and you will have like all the pre-populated performance counter that you want. But I'm not going to do anything because the objective here is to only monitor the disk space, which I have already done. And you can just give a random sample rate. I have given it 60, which is a default one. And then once you've done that, just click on the apply, which I have already done, so I'm not going to do it here. So wait for some time, because it takes couple of 30 minutes to have the log analytics agent to send data and persist on the logs. So once after coming back 30 minutes, you should go to log analytics workspace again and then click on the logs under the general blade and close this one. Or you can also pre-run all the existing queries. So I will show you how to do that. So you see here as a virtual machine, right? You can click on that and you have all the pre-populated queries that you can use. So here you can see that the one that we wanted to do right now, which is virtual machine free disk space. You can either do a run here with the existing one, or you can write your own. So I have written my own simple query. So after some time, you should be able to log on to Log Analytics workspace, and then clicking on to logs, it will take you to this panel. Let me just disqualify it. So you can see that a lot of tables have been populated, perf and usage and heartbeat and alert, and particularly we are very interested on perf because this is where all the performance metrics that we wanted to use. Okay, so let's move on to monitor quickly. So once everything is in place, let's go on to monitor and just start creating alerts. So click on the alerts and you can click new alert, and then it will take you to this wizard, and here we will have to choose the subscription that I have free trial, and then you can just choose the resource type as Log Analytics workspace, because remember guys, so we hooked up the agent onto the VM and all the metrics will be inside the Log Analytics workspace. So click on the one that you are interested. So I have created this disk monitor workspace. Click on done, and then the next part is the add condition part. So go to add condition part, and then signal type is all, and then you can do a custom log search and go down, and then I have this query in my handy. So what I have written here is if you have a set val which is 500 GB, as per our requirement we wanted to fire an alert whenever it is less than 500 GB. So that is this variable that I have set, and then I'm just pulling up the object name here and then the instance name, and then I don't want to run that against the temporary database, which is D, and then I did all the other stuff that we wanted to do, and then finally we are doing a condition check whether it is less than the 500 GB. So I'll give you this search query inside the description or in the comment section so you can use it. So once everything is done, you have to just give a random threshold. I'm going to give it 0, and then I want that to run this alert every period of 5 minutes in the frequency of 5 minutes. So click on done, and then as you can see, as you write that query, you should always take care of the estimated cost. So this service is free. However, sending one alert, every alert will cost you $1.50. So everything is done, and then now the next part is to go on to add action group. And then add action group is nothing but you have to list down the bunch of users that you want to have them notified. So I have created already 3 action group, and each of the, if you have not familiar with action group, check out my previous videos on the Log Analytics workspace. You will have an idea. And then if you want to create a new action group, you can just go and click create action group here, but I'm going to use the devcust one because it has my email ID, and you can see that contains action as one email, so just my email. So click on that select, and then you have to add an email subject. If you want, just type whatever you want, write any string character, and then alert name as alert 101 or whatever which is meaningful. Write the description, and then the best thing is you have to choose the severity. So make sure that the appropriate severity is critical error warning. Don't want to use critical often because it will panic everybody. So make sure that you are setting up the severity as per your guidelines from your company. So everything is next, and then once it is done, you just create alert rule, and that will create alert. But we're not going to do it because I have already created a bunch of alert. As you can see, we have total of 3 alerts. Click on that. That will populate all these alerts which I have created in the previous. And from the top, you can see that the severity is 1. For some alert, I have mentioned it as 0, and then the condition is fired, which means that it has already run through the check and it has fired some email to me. So it has given you the time. It says fired time and then the subscription and everything. So let's log in on to my email, and then you can see that I have this email being given to me with the subject as alert Azure Disk VM alert, and you click on that, it will give you this description. where it will tell you all kinds of name, description, severity, and the rest of the information that you want to populate. So this marks up the end of this tutorial, guys. So just feel free to send me any comments, or if you have any doubt, feel free to post it in the comment section, and I will be happy to assist you. And be sure to join my Telegram group. I have given the link on the description and in the comment section. Thank you and happy learning. Have a great Sunday.